And welcome to the week 3 quiz. This quiz will have a total of 8 questions. We'll start with the first one here. Question 1. Why was immigration through Angel Island in California more difficult than immigration through Ellis Island in New York? Angel Island was also used as the local prison, so there wasn't a lot of space available for incoming immigrants. Asians immigrated through Angel Island and there was more prejudice against them. Angel Island was farther from the mainland, so it was harder to find workers who would travel out to process immigrants. Ellis Island received more funding and could operate more efficiently. Question number 2. The rise of Nativism towards the end of the 1800s led to what? Immigrants were welcomed to increase the diversity that makes up the melting pot of America. Laws were passed limiting the numbers of new immigrants into the country. Immigrants were attacked by groups of Americans who worried they would take away their jobs. New immigrants were granted citizenship quicker. That's question number 2. Which of the following statements is not true about the government's response to immigration in the early 1900s? Creation of a committee to improve the process to bring immigrants to the United States, passage of the Chinese Exclusion Act, creation of the Dillingham Commission to study the new immigrants that were coming to the United States. A law was passed to reject immigrants who were convicted of a serious crime or who had contagious diseases. Number 4. Which statement best describes the growth of cities in the late 1800s? Cities grew rapidly as both immigrants and native-born citizens sought better job opportunities. Cities grew slowly because people wanted to stay on their farms and make money. Cities didn't change in size because people were reluctant to move. Cities grew rapidly because people were eager to enjoy the sophisticated entertainment they offered. Number 5. How did innovative transportation changes such as the streetcar and ferries affect the development of the 19th century cities? They added to crowded conditions by clogging roads and polluting the environment. Cities could grow and expand to the suburbs because people no longer had to walk everywhere. They brought much needed revenue to city budgets through reasonable fares. Cities did not change that much, but people appreciated having options for transportation. Question number 6. Which is not a way in which cities of the late 1800s became more stratified or separated? Ethnicity, race, class, or gender? Question number 7. Which was not one of the problems cities experienced as a result of rapid growth in the late 1800s? Poverty, limited recreation options, disease, crowded living conditions. 8. What was one problem with politics in the cities in the late 1800s and early 1900s? Voter registration was difficult, especially for people who did not speak English, so people did not vote. It was hard to find candidates for office because there were so many constituent demands that could not be met. Political machines like Tammany Hall accepted bribes, took graft, and helped people in exchange for votes. Or the media did not give accurate information about candidates and what they stood for. When you're done with your quiz, click Submit. Remember, you do have 2 attempts, and you can review what you got on your first attempt by going to the Progress tab, clicking on Quiz, and then clicking on your first attempt to see what you got right or wrong. That right or wrong view will also appear at the end of this quiz once you click Submit, so be sure to look over it carefully. Good luck!